Earlier today, Batman v Superman's extended cut was leaked online, and after a few hours, it was taken off. And I just saw it. What does the movie has to offer except the 30 minutes extra footage? Well, if you ask me, it has all the missing pieces that would make the movie a great one. Hi guys, this is Light from 90s Focus, and let's talk about Batman v Superman, the extended cut. I don't know how to say this, but this video is going to contain spoilers about the extra footage of the movie. So if you don't want to know about them, then please stop the video right now. So 10 minutes in the movie, I already understand that this version of the movie is going to be far better than the theatrical version that we all got to see. There are certain information that we get to know that already enhances the experience and the story and the tone of the movie. It already sets from right from the beginning. You know, the scene that Jimmy Olsen dies in the desert, we get to know that after he dies, CIA orders an airstrike, right? Then Luthor's henchman Anatoly Kazanev along with his team starts shooting people and burns their bodies. Now that was very important. He burns their bodies and leaves so that he can frame Superman, right? So Superman comes in, saves Lois from the bad guy, destroys the drone and destroys the missile also that the drone was throwing, and he just leaves. When the villagers come in, they get to see that a trail of burning bodies are left behind and Superman is leaving. So that right there sets the whole tone of the movie as to why Superman is being criticized, and he has, you know, his actions are to be questioned, that he is a figure of controversy. He becomes a figure of controversy after an incident like that. As I said, 10 minutes in and you are already filling up the holes that the theatrical version left behind, and this is effectively making the movie better. This movie also shows the reporter side of Clark Kent. You know, he's investigating as a new figure in Gotham is there who is terrorizing every other criminal. And there's this extra footage in this extended cut where he goes to a prison where remember the guy who was being interrogated by Batman in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, so he was in a prison and he dies. So Superman goes there, or Clark Kent goes there, and there he meets the widow or the girlfriend of this guy, and there's also a kid over there, and she asks for justice, that no one should take it in their own hand. And this really sets the tone as to why you know, Clark or Superman is going against Batman. You know, he's trying to do the right thing over here, but there's this figure who is taking justice in his own hand. So you really get to know as to why Clark Kent or why Superman is going against Batman. We all got to see the theatrical version, and they had a lot of plot holes and very bad edits in between. A lot of edits, a lot of cutscenes that really didn't make any meaning. But trust me guys, after seeing this, the few extra minute footage, those are interweaved in between the scenes, they will make a lot of sense, and you will get to understand as to why the characters are doing whatever they're doing, what are their motivation, why is Superman so angry on this Batman figure of Gotham, why is Batman so angry on Superman. We get to see that in the starting minute, but why, what is the thing that really tips him off against him? You know, these small scenes should have been included in the theatrical version, if you ask me. Biggest and most interesting thing that I noticed is the Senate bombing. You know, we all thought that it was to frame Superman, but no. Remember the lady who was the witness talking about Superman, that, you know, Superman killed her villagers? Well, it turns out that she was working under the influence of none other than Luthor, and she came clean to Senator Finch. That she can't take it off. She's you know, she was lying in the beginning of the movie, and Senator Finch was about to expose Luthor in the Senate meeting. So Luthor bombed the Senate when Superman was already in it. Superman would repent that he wasn't able to save everyone or anyone at all. Luthor killed off the people who would expose him, and somehow Superman would be a very hated figure because everyone will be able to see that Superman was there but he couldn't save it all. That's killing 3 birds in a row. I mean, way to go, Lex. That's the Luthor that we all know. Manipulative and highly intelligent. Now thoughts after watching this extended version? To be honest guys, I'm disappointed. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not disappointed on the movie. I'm disappointed on the people who are calling the shots. I'm disappointed on the people who hired Zack Snyder, not because Zack Snyder is a bad director. Don't get me wrong, he's a good director. We all saw Watchmen 300 and I really liked Watchmen. They hired Chris Terrio, who is an Oscar winner, right? So they hire people and they don't let them do their jobs. Let me explain. So the Warner Brothers executive wanted to make a cinematic universe, and they wanted to start off their verse through this movie. So the thing that they wanted was, they wanted a Man of Steel sequel. They wanted a Batman v Superman movie, the Face Off. They wanted the introduction of Justice League. They wanted Wonder Woman to be involved in the movie. I mean, what else? What do you expect when you cramp up all these things in a single movie? The movie would be 3 hours long, if not longer. They would be. And then someone comes in and says, oh no, you have to make this movie shorter. Now there are reasons that I understand why they want to do that. Making a movie shorter will increase revenues. Well, let me explain it. Well, if there is a 2-hour movie, then in one screen for one day, that movie will be played for 4 times, suppose. But if the same movie is 3 hours, in that same screen, that movie will be played only 3 times. So more screen time, more revenues. And another thing that I can understand is that critics or fans, they don't want to sit for 3 hours in a cinema. But guys, this is Batman v Superman. I don't know for how many years people have been waiting. So to even question that they'll not be able to sit for 3 hours to watch this is, I don't know, stupid. It's plain stupid. And just to increase revenues for more screen time, you would edit the 3-hour movie, which it should be. I just can't keep on saying it, but it's true. It should be a 3-hour movie. This should have been the theatrical version that we all got to see. So I'm disappointed in that. The people who are calling the shots, or I don't know who they are, but probably they are the executives of Warner Brothers. They choose to have more revenues than to start a good cinematic universe, I would say. Had they made the right call to make this a 3-hour movie and released this version as the theatrical version, they would have started a good cinematic universe. They would have made a good movie. They would get good publicity, and people would be pumped up to see all the other movies that would be in this universe, in this DC extended universe. So I'm very much disappointed in those. I'm very much disappointed in on the people who are making these decisions. I really hope that on the further movies they appoint directors and they just let them do their jobs, instead of coming in and saying that you got to edit this down to this number of minutes. Anyways guys, in short, I really loved this extended version. I really hope that this version would have been the theatrical version that we all got to see. I have seen the theatrical version 3 times, and honestly I didn't dislike it. I liked it, but after watching this version I'm disappointed, because I hope that the theatrical version would have been this. This is far better than the one that we got to see. Anyways guys, this is my take on Batman v Superman extended cut. The DVD or the Blu-ray release of the extended cut is coming out on July 16th. Please do buy it, because if you have seen the theatrical version of the movie, you'll be really satisfied watching this extended cut, because it'll explain a lot of extra stuffs, and you get to see a lot of more footage along with the fight scenes. Yeah, there are a lot more. There is the fight scene is a bit longer, so you'll be satisfied. That's what I have to say. Anyways, buy the Blu-ray that's coming out on 16th, and watch the movie again, the extended version, and do tell me what you think about this review. Till then, like and subscribe to our channel.